Oh, that people are in limbo right
and
now, kind
instead
of.
of just
And putting
taking
themselves back in bondage. That's what we're
a
talking
minute
about.
to say, hey, I've been putting so much time and effort and resources into this life, and now I've come to this point. Is this something that I really should keep going down this path? What are the benefits? Sometimes I think we're just so comfortable. We just want things to perceive that they're never changing, that they're ever solid, and you can always just come to it for this comfort. But it's never real, because everything's always changing.
You can't have
all the
comfort if you don't
time.
make a mattress.
But the point I'm trying to make is people don't try to almost convince themselves to do the opposite of what they've done. Like make a list of why I shouldn't be going here, or why I shouldn't be doing this, or why I should be doing this or that. I mean, you could break it down to your car if you want to keep it simple and just practice. Why do I have the car that I have? Why am I driving it? Is it for whatever reason? And come up with a list to try to convince yourself to get rid of that vehicle, and then you might figure out, hey, I am driving this thing that I hate, and I'm paying money that I don't want to, just so I can look a certain way that I don't care about.
Or
you might say, you know what? I learned that I love the car that I drive, and I never want to get rid of it. And I'll come back to this when the engine falls out the bottom, or whatever the reasoning is. But that was leading into people. Look at this dog shit.
I guess they could have rained.
Yeah, they pick it up or kick it off. Yeah, people in limbo, like, okay, I'm not going to go to Faithful Word anymore, but you just migrate over to the next fundamental Baptist.
Like run
and
diversions
he might
now.
not say I'm new IFB, but he might be IFB, or you
I'm
might
just
say,
using
well, I'm
it.
going
I'm
back
just
to the
using it.
Pentecostal church or whatever, Andy
Yeah,
Stanley, and
Pentecostal.
I actually do love the gays and all this stuff. But instead of doing that, maybe you should take some time or realize I'm just trading one bondage present for another bondage present. I'm just doing the exact same thing,
It's a cycle.
and why am I doing it?
What if I got
Is
off
this
the loop?
really what I want out of my life? Do I really want to play this game of the years of my life? I mean, we're given this life, and you're altering it and living by rules that might not actually suit you and might not even be real. So why are you doing that? Why not take a chance? And then if you don't like the choice that you made, you can go back to it, because it's going to be there. It's not like they're going anywhere. They're just
Any of them.
breeding
Whether
more
you
of them and
choose
sending them out.
Catholicism, whether
Here you go,
choose-
flathead. Go find somebody to follow you.
Or Baptist, whatever you choose.
You don't even have to be good at it, Jonathan Shelley. You can just, we'll send you out there. Enough stupid people will follow you.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll
They
give you
know
$100K
that they know how
and
it works, so you should get to
make
but
it
you
work.
Know how it works.
you know how to run a business. It's real easy. You just collect the money and hang out at the building, you know?
It's kind of like QVC with old ladies. They're just stupid and they're sitting in the house all day and they don't
Yeah.
realize they can go to Ross and get the same shit for $1.50
Yeah.
or the whatever, and they're paying $39.99 because of free shipping. It's so stupid, but you didn't ever get off QVC channel. You just didn't
But-
know Ross existed.
The other point that I'm trying to make is not only that. You might say, okay, I'm done with being a Baptist, or I'm done with the church, and I'm gonna go. You could use another religion, or you could use this positive, negative mindset kind of thing, or whatever. But regardless, you're not really just living life. You're still putting yourself under some kind of
Umbrella.
perspective, I will say. It's a perspective of how you're perceiving life. I perceive life this way. Either I perceive it as a Baptist or a Catholic or a New Ager, whatever. Or you can just say, I'm going to perceive it the way that I see fit. And this is James Foster's life. It's not my religion. It's not my rules. It's not something I'm enforcing. It's just what's working for me in order for myself. And I get it. It's scary and you're kind of making it up as you go. But things will fall into place to where you're like, okay, these are things that I personally live by.
Yeah, I'm
I
actually
can make
being
this
thought
work.
about. It's not just a machine going through the
And
motions anymore.
For some people, it will be a mixture of things that they really like, and that comfort helps them, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, as long as they're not preaching it to somebody else. Like, well, this is what I do, and you should too, because these are the benefits. I mean, that's how you present it to somebody if they're looking for it, but they'll find you if they're looking for it.
That's true.
That's how we found everybody that I've ever
That's how
watched.
anybody's ever found anybody that they've been influenced by. Whether it's a horrible influence or a great one in your
And
opinion.
what's that
doesn't
girl
matter.
that you like?
Great.
We can't
Stella?
find the
Yeah,
boy.
she doesn't really speak
Well, they
to you, and
probably
that's
took
fine.
off.
Like if somebody doesn't work
like
for
to go
you,
really
but it
fast.
works for
There's
somebody
Ari
that
right
you
there.
love, that's just great example right there.
But Stella and Nathan, they're always saying this video is there for you, or you know, I put it out there, but I knew you were going to be clicking on it. Well, that's a good thing to say, and it works, because if you did click on it, that applies to you.
Yeah, it's a good marketing. I mean, it's good. It makes you feel very special in that moment, and
Exactly.
it could be real.
And
Why not? You
it
can
is
observe
real
it.
because you did click on it,
Play
and
with
she
it,
did
the
put it
ball.
out there with her being for people like you that were going to click on it. But if you didn't click on it, it still would be what she made it to be.
It's kind of like a soccer ball. If somebody was out here playing soccer and they just kicked the ball towards us right now, but we both love soccer, and then we're kind of picking up that maybe they want to play a game of soccer with us, and they're kind of our size, and they're kind of like throwing it our way. Doesn't mean that we had to stop talking or hang up the phone with whoever we're talking to right now and go play soccer with those people. It meant that something was available.